What's blooming in the garden, Monday, January 13th, 2025. Not much has changed since December. Tulips already want to come up because it hasn't been freezing. And the ranunculus want to come up because it hasn't been freezing. And the garlic chives. Nothing in the dahlia garden. Everything's smart and wants to stay asleep. Except for the roses that never went to sleep. Camellias are putting on blossoms. Give it another month, they might be out. The rose hips are still here. Daffodils are starting to break through. Just a little bit. I have hellebores. And if you ever put hellebores in the back corner of your garden, get white ones. Be prepared to look really deep into the darkness to find the deep, rich color that these have that is almost never visible because they're so deep behind the elderberry and the fuchsia and the ever-blooming dog blossom right in front of the bench. Under spring ephemerals, we do have snowdrops coming in. According to the weather forecast, we may get a freeze later this week, and if we do, possibly we'll lose the last buds off the Daphne in January. The funnel hydrangea from 2024 is turning brown now. All the rest have gone. The maple is still asleep. Geraniums have one or two blossoms left. We haven't had enough frost to take out the geraniums, even though the begonias gave up. The birds haven't yet eaten all of the beauty berries, but it's looking pretty thin here in January 2025, 6 a.m. What's blooming in the garden in Seattle? What's blooming in the garden January 20th, 2025? The fig tree is gone. The other figs are here. We have had 3 nights in a row with freezing temperatures for the first time all winter. It was about 28 when I woke this morning. And you can still have frost on the leaves and some frozen leaves here on the loganberry, which otherwise had been extending all winter. The clematis is prepared to bloom. Not yet blooming. And the garden is frozen but stable. Look at the hips on the iceberg never changed color. The blooms in the climbing new dawn that have been hanging around all winter are still here and now gently frozen. Fertile area is not frozen. I don't know if that's sheltered. Otherwise, here we go. This was upright yesterday. This is gone today. I was hoping to see if they could make it the entire winter. But, yeah, freeze is a freeze. It should survive. We'll see. That's just a generic calla lily straight out of the garden center. Nothing special there. Tulips are already peeking through. This shouldn't hurt them. We'll find out how hardy the gazania is. It handled a couple of prior frosts. We'll see if it actually handles a frozen night. And here's the fritillaria with no shelter, and I don't think that will make it. Primroses will be fine. Rose hips have been nice all winter, but these didn't actually color up the way that I wanted. These were nice. If they would all get to that stage, it would have been a beauty over the winter, but I think next year we'll clip these off. These didn't add the interest that I was hoping for. We can take this back for earlier in the season, get some rebloom instead of the hips, and then focus on the vines. We didn't put any winter flowers in the boxes this year. All the fluff on the ground here tells me, yes, in fact, the Pierus is blooming all winter long. Every season it is putting something on and dropping. Take a different route around the garden today. There's nothing blooming here. Yeah, flocks of sparrows finches have found beautyberry, which is mostly empty and due for pruning. This should be the end of the geraniums. Slightly frozen there. And this has actually been gone for a while. It's just adding color. We can tip remove some of these now. No signs of frozen leaves on the white geranium. And we will cross our fingers that it will survive. Still some light blooms on the Daphne. Various hyacinths are starting to pop through the ground here. Various daffodils starting to pop through the ground. It's January 20th, and this is our first freeze, so everything thought it was already springtime. If we get some spring ephemerals while we still have leaves that need to go back. And the back of the garden here, the hellebores are here, but not yet. They've budded out, but they haven't quite opened. So we give them a little more time. What's blooming in the garden? January 20th, 2025. What have you found? What have you found? Have you found anything interesting? Are you eating the grass? You're eating the grass. Orion. Hip, 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 hip. Ah, now you pay attention. How nice. January 25th, 2025. What's blooming in the garden? Hot coals. Probably too close to the blue-eyed grass. Slight damage on the already frozen calla lily. Chestnuts roasting on the open flame. Primroses. Tulips coming through. Completely frozen ground. We'll see the frost on the gazania. It actually is frost all the way through. We'll see how well that survives. January 25th, 2025. What's blooming in Seattle, Washington?